Early access is a state in a video game development where game developers can release early builds of their titles for the public to purchase. Hello everybody, my name is Marv, thank you and your curiosity for clicking on this video. Now, while mostly unfinished, unpolished and sometimes buggy and alpha versions of a game, the idea is that you're getting to play a piece of the final product. A good example might be a survival game Valheim or a ghost hunting simulator Phasmophobia. Whilst those games are mostly developed by smaller video game studios and are at least remotely close to being finished, the game I'm gonna be talking about in this video is developed only by one person, and yet the game once had as much attention as Chuck Norris memes on YouTube. Big YouTubers like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye played it at some point in their career, but unlike the two games I mentioned, this game has been in development for over 10 years. The game I'm talking about is called Yandere Simulator. The game describes itself as a stealth game about stalking a boy and secretly eliminating anyone who seems interested in him, while maintaining the image of an innocent schoolgirl. Unless you've never heard of this game, your first question is probably, what's the gameplay like? To find out, we need to look no further than Markiplier's the game's official web page. The gameplay is depicted as being similar to the Hitman series, with a large environment, many NPCs and of course, target elimination. Both games also highly encourage stealth as part of the gameplay. Whilst the Yandere Simulator does have some distinguishing features from Hitman, most notably that you don't possess a homing briefcase, and a few other features maybe. And now that you briefly know what the game is about, there's still two questions waiting to be answered. First, how did the game get so popular? And second, what the hell is going on with Kanye West? Well, maybe not the second one. This time around, we'll look for answers on the internet's friendliest social media, Reddit. In this post, made by Lemolime17,800,000, the user is making discussion about Yandere Simulator's rise to popularity, stating that Yandere Simulator's community is really the only reason there's any traction left in the project. But how did it get to the size it's at? Games never really looked like it had much chance of being successful. To understand this, we need to take a look at the rare phenomena known as Reddit users agreeing. I think this needs no further explanation. Some might speculate that Yandere Simulator simply stood out in the simulator games that were popular during that time period. However, with this massive popularity, how come is the game still unfinished until this day? To answer this question, we need to take a look at Yandere Simulator's developer, Alex Mahan, more known as the guy who scammed the internet for $200,000, or Yandere Dev if you prefer. Now let me explain. Yandere Dev is scamming you out of your money. Yandere Simulator started off as a crowdfunding campaign back in December 2014 on Patreon, making roughly $140 a month, as stated by the user Kuminari. Additionally, also stating that as of 2020, Alex was making an approximate of $2,400 a month. That's 6 years after the release of the first version of the game. In the same year, Reddit user Truly Rose made this Reddit post. Yandere Simulator's crowdfunding campaign is a scam, do not donate. So apparently Alex is asking for money again. I know he says if it's about $3,500 he will use it in the game, but if you take all of the amount of money he's got, it is in a total of around $200,000. If that doesn't show how much better this game could be right now, then I don't know what is. The fact that he spent this money on... Okay, we can stop there. If true, even after 6 years, the money certainly wasn't a problem, no matter where it was invested. So what was the problem? If I were to make a video on Yandere Dev, I'd be about 4 years too late, and the video would be the length of a Breaking Bad season. So I'll try to keep it short. Alex had at most 3 years of game making experience prior to Yandere Simulator, before he quote-unquote went to pursue his dream as an independent game developer. Or in other words, he probably got fired. Alex decided to create his own game-making software to start developing the game he had a clear vision of from the very start. Or he downloaded all the models for free and started making it in Unity. I don't really remember, wink wink. Alex started scamming crowdfunding the game. It then caught attention of big YouTubers. He was offered help by a small video game company, TinyBuild, to work on the game. Everything was great. Or was it? Said company ended a partnership after Alex refused to change his code, which was apparently a complete spaghetti, and was being a total asshole to them, leaving him once again to work on the game alone. I'll leave his response on the screen, pause it if you wanna read it, but we're moving on. Sometime later he went to be an asshole on social media as well, after some high school students made a better romance stalking game almost identical to Yandere Simulator in 3 weeks. The drama got resolved quickly, almost instantly, but Alex's reputation was at its lowest. As a result, he lost a lot of subscribers and even patrons. Now with that done, there was still one last question of today's video. When is it getting finished? To attempt at answering this question, we need to go back to the game's official website. The webpage article claims the game is 91% complete, and that we might get to finally experience for ourselves. In 2 years. Now I believe with all those questions answered, you've successfully made it to the end of this video. Please like and subscribe, it makes these videos feel worthwhile. I'm Marv, this is Admiral, and good night.